We're back for day 2, baby. Yeah, we're here and we've been arrived. Our house is complete now. We have possibly the best member of the house. How you doing, Dan?
I wouldn't say possibly. I'm definitely not the best member of the house.
Oh, best in spirit anyway. So we've got our team now. Our team. Dan is playing with Rahul today in a 0-10k Swiss. I think the same one that Nicky's in. In our event, Gizzy and I are 34th. Beans and Seecheng also qualified, but I think in second place is Kyle. So he's going to look forward to hopefully having a good result with such a good carryover. We've got like 2 tops above last place, but the leaders have got about 3 tops above last place. So that's the state of play, and we're going to go today. I feel better. I'm still not 100%, but I'm probably 90%. Whereas yesterday I was about 70%. So I feel more confident today. Matt is 26th in the solo. He's got a score of 86 VPs. 80s average, and roughly about half the field makes it, so he's a bit above average. But if you look down the list of the teams, there's no easy teams. He said yesterday that he just played good team after good team after good team, and he had no walkovers. Well, as soon as you average or above in that's going to be the case. Everyone's just going to be really good. And the good news is you can't play the same teams again, so he might get towards the end pared down significantly against teams that are possibly underperforming. Because there's 60 teams and you have to play 16 different teams. So it's a really tough event, so hopefully he qualifies, and obviously if he qualifies he makes it into a knockout with 32 teams play all the way down to next Friday, I think, or thereabouts. So yeah, we're just going for a wander. We're in this lovely venue again. You can see, again, we've walked into the lobby and you can see there's a Starbucks or something there. That's no queue today, and then you've got that lovely view again. So we're going to have a little wander, and I'm just going to look up every time I walk into this building and think it's even taller than it was last time. So yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a wander, just chat to some people who are here today, weren't there yesterday, and then we'll get back with some hands shortly. So this is the 0-10k Swiss. There's some of our lot in here. So there's Nikki, Stephanie and Wendy. They're one team. That's Kaup or Robert West, I think he's called, from Discard. We've got Dan is playing with Rahul, is there, and I think Jack is here. I can't see him, but I think Jack is also in this field as well. Jack, Boge, I'm not sure his team is. So there's 4 of our lot in here at least. So we're going to garner some interest. We're going to check how they do during the day. But this is a 0-10k Swiss. It looks like about, I don't know, 30 to 40 teams or something, and then the top half will qualify for tomorrow. So maybe about 20 through or something like that. So best luck everyone. I think the other guy there is Matthews, I think. So we will see. Best luck everyone today. So you pick up Queen 10 9 to 6, Ace King X, 4 low, void, this hand here, and it goes pass from partner, 1 club on your right. Now if you've watched my videos before, you know that when I'm favourable and partners are past hand, I can sort of do what I feel. I'm going to say not what I want, but what I feel is right. And normally I would bid 2 spades with this hand. It's pretty good for 2 spades. But when partner passes, I'm going to bid 3, and that's just my general default. And Gizzy knows this. So I jumped to 3 spades. This goes pass, and Gizzy's a past hand, bids 4 spades. I'm like, all right, then. Put the pressure on this. So we've really put the pressure on the next guy, and then he elects to bid 5 clubs, vulnerable against not. I'm like, this is brilliant. I'm going to lead Ace King of Hearts and going to get a rough or something like that. This goes pass, 5 spades. I'm like, no, you idiot, partner. What on earth are you doing? This gets whacked. I'm like, oh, God, pass. And I'm going to show you what partner put down in dummy. There we go. Isn't that nice? So I've just got to try and work out whether the Queen of Hearts is onside or double ton or whatever, and Hearts ended up being 2-2, so I've got no guess. So I get the leader club, obviously, and I rough at trick 1, and the defence goes, uh-oh, and then I draw trumps and cash a top heart, and then decide whether I'm going to take the finesse or not, but it's onside and it's doubleton, so I can't get it wrong, and I get rid of all my diamonds and make 12 tricks. That was pretty good. The only danger from partner's point of view, now he definitely has a 5 spade bid. He definitely knows it's right to bid 5 spades over 5 clubs, and the only danger from his point of view is that they might have 6 clubs on. He hasn't got any defence to 6 clubs. Imagine if I do have Queen to 7 spades, which I could have. I don't always have to not have my bid in this spot, but often I'm going to bid a bit more. I'm not going to bid 4 spades with Queen to 7, but I might bid 3 spades with Queen to 7 and Queen to 6 and 5 to the Jack 10, whatever, lots of different things. And the danger is when partner bids 5 spades there, he gives them a forcing pass situation potentially to get to 6 clubs if one of them's void spade. But the lucky, I mean, if they bid 6 clubs here, the luck is that we have 2 cashing hearts, even if there isn't a spade cashing. So we're beating 5 clubs, we're beating 6 clubs, but it doesn't score as well as plus 750. So here was a hand for the morning session. Maybe my best played hand of the week so far. I don't think I've necessarily shone in card play, which is normally one of my strengths, and this was one of the ones I was very proud with. I'm going to say the bidding did not justify the play. I've overbid this hand. You can see the bidding on there. It's gone pass. I've passed initially. West opens 3 vulnerable diamonds and your partner doubles and it comes to you. So partner knows you're a passed hand. They're not going to double 2 light. So they're either going to have the points or the shape to make a double. They're not just going to have a random weak no trump because, they could just be going for 200 or 500 or whatever by just getting into the auction. So partner's usually going to have either a stiff diamond or a good hand. So with that in my mind, I'm sort of thinking, am I worth 3 or 4 spades? Well, I want to bid 3.5 spades, and at match point, it's probably right to just bid 3 spades. I ended up bidding 4, and I'm going to get punished because I didn't make this hand. But if you can see when dummy goes down, I think partners got their double. I think partners got the shape. They're happy. They don't expect you to jump to 4 without prospects of making it. And you can see that just at the north-south hands, there might be a way of making it if there's a heart on one side in West's hand, but as soon as they lead the 8 of hearts, you know at trick 1 you're off. You know that the king-queen of hearts is offside, almost certainly. You know you're not going to have time to set the clubs up to get your hearts away because they found a heart lead. So we're going off here. And so what we need to do, because we're vulnerable, we need to make sure we're not going too off for 200. So on the 8 of hearts lead, well, if it's a singleton, it's a singleton. I'm not sure I can do much to that. And if I go up with the ace of hearts and play a spade off, they'll fly the ace and start cashing hearts, and it's just going to go there. So I duck just to give myself some time, and it goes to the queen, and I play the jack just for deceptive purposes. My 6, 7, 9, 10 and jack are all equals. And at trick 2, they play a diamond. So I let this run to the ace. And obviously West knows the location of the king of hearts. If West has another hearts, they're going to play it, which is fine. At least hearts aren't 5-1, I suppose. But again, not the great spot. I can go up with the ace of hearts to not, suffer this rough. But as soon as I play a spade, once West has shown up with the ace of diamonds, it's likely they're going to have ace and queen of diamonds, and East is going to have everything else. So East can fly in with the ace of spades and play heart, heart, and give their partner a rough. It's going to be awful here. So I go up with the ace of hearts. At some point, I have to start drawing trumps. The bonus is, if I play a spade off dummy and they go in with the ace, and they get a rough or whatever, then the trumps are sort of coming in, and I'm not doing too badly in the rest of it, I suppose. I might even be able to rough both diamonds in dummy if West roughs with 3 spades or something like that. So I play a spade off dummy, and East plays small. Oh, okay. So this is the point where I have to start thinking about what's happening. Why didn't East play the ace of spades? Well, they might not have it, but it's likely if West had ace to 7 diamonds, ace queen to 7 diamonds, and the ace of spades, that they might have opened 1 diamond or something, and people don't usually preempt with 2. So if East has the ace of spades, why might they not be playing it? Well, they might not be playing it because they know that West can't rough the heart. Why would that be? Well, it could be that East has all 4 spades. Now, they didn't think of doubling, but sometimes they could just be letting you go off on your own regards. If you've overbid, they're just going to shrug their shoulders and take their hundreds sometimes, and not double to give you a location of where the trumps are. So I backed my judgment here, and as soon as East didn't play the ace of spades, I'm saying, right, trumps are 4-1. Okay, there's no way if East had ace X of spades or ace jack X or something, that East wouldn't just fly in with the ace and try and play 2 more hearts. So I played the 10 of spades, and we held our breath, and it caught the 8. So unless West has 8-9 doubleton, I'm pretty sure that spades are 4-1, which is good. I'm not going to suffer this heart over rough, but it's bad because now I have to manage a 4-1 trump break. And I've also got to rough a diamond and maybe set other clubs, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. So what possibilities are there? Well, there is the possibility that East has queen doubleton diamond and I can rough the jack good. There's no way I'm going to be able to rough both diamonds in dummy. And so where am I going to get rid of this second diamond on? Remember, I'm already off. I've already lost
2 hearts. Well, I'm going to lose 2 hearts. And I'm going to lose a diamond. Apologies, I'm going to lose 2 hearts, I'm going to lose the ace of spades. I can't afford to lose a diamond as well, that's 2 off, and it's just a bottom. The difference between 2 off, 3 off, and 4 off is negligible. The difference between 2 off and 1 off could be quite a lot. So once the 10 of spades holds, I elect to shorten my trumps and also play for clubs 3-3. Now, if I'm playing for spades 4-1, it's very likely clubs are 3-3 because West's shape will then be 1-2-7-3, which is consistent with the bidding and the play so far. So I'm doing this for 2 reasons. I'm going to try and set dummies clubs up to use as surrogate trumps to play through East, and I'm also trying to shorten my trumps, and you'll see why in a second. So I play a club, I try the jack, no one covered, I play a jack to the ace, I play the king, and I play a club off dummy. And I rough it. Clubs were 3-3. And West had the queen of clubs, so it might be that East does have the queen of diamonds, which is actually what I want. If East has the queen of diamonds, what I'm envisaging here might actually come to play. So now what I can do is, I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to have 1 diamond in the north, and I'm pretty sure West won't have 8. So I play the 9 of diamonds. It goes small, rough, queen. So East has queen doubleton, brilliant. I don't know if you can see what's happening now, but what I can do now, I'm trying to... East has ace, jack, 9 of spades left. I need to get 2 leads through East from the north hand. So I can get 1, but how on earth am I getting back to the north hand to lead a second one? So I'm going to use a club now to lead through East. I'm going to play a club. And if East doesn't rough this, I'm just going to start throwing losers away. I'm going to start throwing maybe the 9 of hearts away. So East sort of has to rough, otherwise their heart trick might disappear. If East roughs the ace, I'll just discard the 9 of hearts. So East has to rough low. And now I've got a choice. I can either discard the 9 of hearts, or I can do what I did and over rough. Now I'm still trying not to lose 2 tricks to East, ace and jack. So I over roughed. West showed out. I can now play the 9 of hearts to East. And what's East going to do now? If we think about, if we've got the count of the hand right, East has ace, jack of spades and a heart. They've got 2 options. They can play the heart, which is what they did. They play the heart. I can discard my jack of diamonds. I can win in dummy. And now I've effectively caught them in a trump coup. I can play a spade, but it's more interesting if I play a club and trump coup them by playing a playing card off dummy, and I'm effectively going to elope with my king of spades. If East roughs with a jack, I rough with a king. But if we go back a couple of tricks to this point here, because East had the queen of diamonds, my jack of diamonds is high, so the other line East could have is to play ace of spades, which I think is a bit better, and a spade to not give me the 10 of hearts. And now, if I didn't have the winning diamond, West would make more diamond, but my jack of diamonds would make it for 9 tricks and 30% of the match point. So, wasn't a great board, but at least I didn't go 2 off. My favourite hand of the weekend so far, I think.
So you hold this hand. You've got a balanced 23 count with some cards. You've got ace, king X, ace, queen to 4, queen, jack to 4. And it goes... pass to you. So you open 2 clubs. You're planning to bid 2 no trump, showing 22-23 balanced. And over 2 clubs, as a passed hand, your partner bids 3 clubs. And we have an agreement about how we show positives to 2 clubs. We show positives with 6 card suits, or 2 5-card suits. So partner has 6 clubs. Or 2 5-card suits. So if they've got 2 5-card suits, it's likely to be clubs and diamonds because they've bypassed a major. So they've either got 5 and clubs and diamonds, or they've got 6 clubs. So I think it's pretty easy now when partner's showing not only likely 6 clubs, but a positive bid, that you can just agree clubs, and then you can decide between 6 or 7 clubs or 6 or 7N, assuming you've got enough control. So you bid for clubs to set clubs. And partner's going to Q-bid what they have now. Now, you know they haven't got much in the majors. The only card you're missing outside clubs, really, is the king of diamonds. So partner could Q that, which would be great for your hand. Then maybe partner is 5-5 or 6, have 5-5 or 6 clubs or something. So over 4 clubs, partner Qs 4 hearts. Now, you know the way you play Q-bids is first and second hand control. You know this is a singleton. So what do you do now? Well, he's just going to check on key cards there. You're just missing the ace king of clubs. You know partner's missing the king of diamonds. So over 4 hearts, you bid 4n, and partner shows 2 without the queen. Well, you've got the queen. And now it comes to the decision of where to place the final contract. So the information you've got is that partner's got 6 clubs to the ace king, because you know he's got 2 key cards, and partner's got a singleton heart. That's all you know. And partner's treated as a positive. So there's and it's a decision where to place the contract. Do you want to make a Grand Slam try? Do you want to play in clubs or no trumps? They are the decisions you're going to be making now. And for a bit of context, partner's green, and partner hasn't opened 3 clubs with ace king to 6. Why not? Well, it probably indicates that they have 4 of a major. I mean, the only reason not to preempt with a decent, I mean, ace king to 6 is a decent suit. The only reason not to preempt is if you've got a 4-card side suit major. So partner's likely to have 4 spades here. So you know partner's exact shape. Partner is 4, 1, 2, 6. And in that case, can you possibly make 7 clubs when partner hasn't got the king of diamonds? You've got a pitch on the king of hearts, but you might not have enough trumps to rough out all your diamonds. You need to have 3 roughs in dummy, and then you've also got to rough your losing heart, so you might need to make on a cross. So maybe it's right. Maybe you can count 13 tricks if partner's exactly 4, 1, 2, 6. But when they're not, obviously you're putting a lot of faith in partner maybe having 4 spades here. So let's assume, I mean, that's the only situation where you might make 7 when partner's not got the king of diamonds. They won't have a 7th club, and so on. So now it's also a choice. Do you bid 7 clubs with that? I mean, that's looking into the cards quite deeply. Or do you look for 6 clubs or 6n? Well, to make 6n, you're going to make 6 clubs. Ace, king, ace, king, ace. So you've got 11 top tricks. And where's the 12th going to come from? Well, worst comes to worst, it's on a diamond finesse. But partner can have quite a lot of other things to make 6n the right thing to do. Partner could have the queen of spades. Partner could have the queen of hearts as a singleton queen of hearts. Or partner could have the jack of diamonds. And so when you're thinking about whether to make... whether to bid 6n or 6 clubs, if that's your decision... I think what you're looking for is partner needs one of those 3 cards, so he'll have none of them about 1/8 of the time, and in that 1/8 of the time it's going to be on a diamond finesse. So I think 6n is safe to bid, and maybe there's an argument for bidding 7 clubs if you trust partner to the end of the earth. And now, given your partner's me, I'd be worried about doing that, but it feels like 6n is probably the pair's bid to bid, given partner's pass. Now, I'll show you the full hand. Some people bid to 7 clubs because they opened 1 club. So the hand with ace king to 6 opened a club, and maybe, I mean, it's probably good enough to open a club. I didn't. I have a stiff jack, effectively it's a working 9 count. But I can see the arguments for opening a club. It's just not in our style to open less than 11 without like a 6-card major usually. So that was the interesting thing, you know, placing partner for specific cards, and even when they don't have them, it's still being 50% means 6n's probably the right bid, given partner did not open. So we finished the session on 45%, so not great. Felt like we were doing better than that, but we didn't get any gifts, and we threw a few things away, and then there was a lot of boards we thought were average that just ended up being like 23-24% or something. We gave 2 good boards away to Complete Fish, but they got 55%, didn't you, Matt?
Yes, we did.
Yes, they did. So yeah, they're doing all right. They're in with a shot of placing well with 55%. It's one of these things. Every time I do one of these 2-session knockout thingies, there's one bad session. I always have one bad session. I have 3 good sessions, 1 bad session. And my bad session nearly always comes on the final day. And it feels worse to have a bad session now than it does to have 3 good sessions going into the last one and then just fail at the end. Because now we've had a bad session, we can still place well. We just can't win the event, I don't think. And obviously, I like to enter events I've got a shot at winning, even if that shot is small. And now that shot is extinguished, but at least we made day 2. We're just going to try our best for a second day. I'm still a bit under the weather, we're a bit tired. I think one more day of rest. I think tomorrow we're going to do much better. So we're going to go back in for a second set. But other people are doing all right. Nikki's about average, I think, in her Swiss Teams event. Filthy is something like 3rd or something in the Soloway qualifying, or thereabouts. He's had 4 wins from 4 today, doing really well, and so He's maybe one win away from qualifying or thereabouts. I don't know. You need about 160 plus VPs to qualify now. He must be close to that already, I think, with 4 matches to go. So keep it up, guys. Keep it up. So you pick up the following hand. You have King 10 fourth, singleton, ace queen to 5, queen to 3. And it's love all. And he goes, 4 hearts, pass to you. What do you do? Well, you've got an 11 count. Partner hasn't done anything over 4 hearts, but doubles take out. So, if 4 hearts is making, if you can go 2 off from 4 spades, you're winning the board. There are loads of times where your partner wanted to bid but can't. Maybe they don't have short enough hearts to bid, or maybe partner doesn't feel like with a 10 count and 6 of a minor they can bid it. But some of the time partner will have hearts as well, in which case you catch them. So there are loads of positives for doubling and a couple of negatives. Obviously it could make, or whatever you go to could go for more than the value of their game, or their game isn't making and partner pulls it. But it's a bidder's game. My partner was in there straight away, didn't really think. He's like, I'm going to double this. He goes pass, and you can see my surprise. I'll show you the whole hand. When at trick 3, partner switches to a heart. I'm like, what on earth's going on here? Obviously, it's quite easy for me to figure out. I've got 3 trump tricks, we just wait for the rest of the tricks that partner should have for their double to roll in. We get plus 300. It's a really weird 4-heart opener, and I think when you're 6-5 and they're biddable 6-5 and you're not favourable, you should just bid a heart. It might go like 4 spade overcall, pass to you, you just bid 5 diamonds, you bid your hand out, but obviously the man opened 4 hearts and he's basically playing tops or bottoms. Thanks to my partner, he got a bottom, so good double Gizzy. Feels like we're doing a bit better this half, and one of the reasons is I think we're just being a bit more aggressive in the auctions. We had one that we kind of let someone off the hook and we went for 200 ourselves, but there were 2 boards in a row against one pair where I'm just going to show you the whole board, and again just looking at making them make the extra bid or making them make the last guess just is a match point. It's a bridge strategy. It doesn't just work at match points, but obviously every imp and every board and every overtrick matters at match points. So the first one, Gizzy opens 2 hearts as north, vulnerable, and the next hand bids 2 spades. It comes to me, well, I've just got a flat 7 or 8 count, but my partner's opened 2 hearts vulnerable against not first in position, so it's usually a decent hand. We're boomers for our preempt, so I just bid 4 hearts and it puts them to the guess. It makes it hard for them to investigate 6, makes it very difficult for them to show a good raise in spades, and then if the hand that's overcalled 2 spades is bigger than they could be, they find they might miss 6 there, so you put the pressure on. And with 10 hearts between us, it's very likely that they've got a 9-card spade figure, because Gizzy probably doesn't have 4 spades looking at my hand. And actually what happened was West made a great bid of 5 spades with that hand. And this went pass. I think if they're in 6 spades, they'd make it. They can't help. Well, they've got a guess as to where the queen of clubs is, I suppose. But in 5 spades, they went heart to the ace and diamond through. And now they're at a bit of a crossroads. They ended up misplaying it. They played for diamonds to behave rather than clubs to behave, and went 1 off in 5 spades. So pushing to 5 got us a good board. But it makes it really difficult. And obviously, if I just bid 3 hearts, it doesn't really do anything. They've already bid spades. Now they can show a good raise to spades. So I think you either pass or bid 4 hearts. I think 3 hearts is a bit of a nothing bid. And passing has merit, because if you pass, they don't know that other person's necessarily got a stiff or avoid heart when one of them's got 2 or 3 low. The second board of the set, same again. It went 1 heart, again same opponents. The West hand opened a heart in second or third or whatever position they're in. Gizzy overcalled 2 clubs as north. The next hand made a takeout double. And me with my flat 6 count, I bid 3 clubs. We have various ways to raise good in clubs here. So this is just on a third and a 6 count. Do it. At these colours, we're favourable. If this goes 1 or 2 off, they're probably making some part score somewhere. And they're probably not going to be able to double this. You just get in there. And then the next hand bids 3 spades. They're sort of forced to bid their 4-card spades, even if they didn't want to, because they're opposite a passed hand. But they can't let us buy it in 3 clubs. Gizzy says 4 clubs, and then the hand that doubles got a 10 count and sort of has to bid 4 spades. I whack that. We get 200. I just make 2. I make 2 spade tricks, we make a club and the ace of hearts. For obviously plus 200 on a part score deal is just a top usually in this sort of thing. So we've done a lot better this time round at pressuring the opponents, and sometimes we've fallen afoul, but you just got to pressure them in the right way so that you win more than you lose, and you get more good boards than bad boards. So I feel a bit more confident at our competitive bidding this time round, as opposed to some of the earlier sets where we kind of just didn't really put them under pressure. So let's hope we can keep that up.
So you are south in the following diagram, and your partner opens 2 diamonds, weak, pass. You elect to pass, and West bids 3 hearts. Now, what's that usually? They get passes out, but what's that usually? Well, that's like once they've preempted, there's no point preempting a preempt. So often when you're protecting in 4th and you jump, you're showing a strong hand. So West doesn't really have a hand that can double and bid hearts. They've just elected to bid 3 hearts, and often this is some sort of old-fashioned strong jump over called 8 playing trick sort of hand, and this just gets passed out. So you're defending this, and you're playing match point, so you're just trying to not concede any tricks or anything like that. Beating it would be nice, because obviously they might have bid 1 too many here, especially when you see this dummy. This dummy is almost worthless. You've got the clubs guarded. You can see they're not really got much to rough. They might be able to rough a spade maybe, but you'd be able to win a spade and play a heart if that's the case. So it feels like just restricting it to the most, fewest number of tricks possible, not giving anything away. And we're going to see what's happening. So the partner needs a queen of diamonds, and it goes small, and you discourage. You play the 8 of diamonds, which is discouraging, and the queen holds, which is a bit weird. So maybe partner's the queen from king queen, and West is ducking with the ace, and then partner needs the king of diamonds. Small, small, small. All right, what's going on here? Partner's open 2 diamonds weak, and they've led the queen and the king. Well, actually, it seems like partner's being really clever. Partner looks to have ace, king, queen, jack, x of diamonds, looks to have a 5-card diamond suit, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to hide the honours from declarer. It's very easy for you to see what's going on. There's no way partner's only got 4 diamonds in. There's no way West would duck twice, even with the ace, looking potentially these club discards as well. The ducking twice is awful here, because it could be, the ace could get roughed away. For example, South could be shorter in diamonds than they are. So what North has done has been very good here, and North has played the diamonds in such a way to leave West unsure of where the other diamonds are. Now it's likely that because everyone's followed, that West places North with ace, king, queen, jack to 6 diamonds or something like that. But it's the effort is there. You can see what's happening. Now, more importantly, if that's the case, you can actually defend almost double dummy here. So if you think about what West has for their 3 heart bid, well, they've got to have some number of hearts, and it looks like their hearts are going to be close to solid, because North's not going to have any more points if they've got ace, king, queen, jack, x of diamonds. If they had a queen elsewhere, they definitely wouldn't have opened 2 diamonds. So could they have a jack elsewhere? Possibly not. It depends on how well you know your partner. So it's likelihood, let's give West all the remaining high cards. Well, that includes the ace of spades, the ace of clubs, and all the top hearts. And that's the only things you can't see. You've seen everything else because you know your partner's got all the diamonds. So in that particular case, they're going to have 2 black suit aces, the king of clubs if they can get to it, and however many hearts they're going to cash. So let's give them 6 solid hearts, ace, ace, king. That's 9 tricks. So it looks like you're just trying to keep it to 9. At trick 3, partner plays a 10 of clubs. Now, what on earth is that from? Well, that can almost only be a singleton. Partner wouldn't switch from 10x, that I don't think, and partner's not playing the 10 from ace 10. So this is a singleton. So I think this just clears up the hand. West started with, looks like 2 diamonds and 2 clubs. It looks like West has got to have 6 or more, 6 or more hearts. So it looks like West has got 3 or 2 spades and 6 or 7 hearts. We don't quite know what's going on, but that's the case. So we're sort of defending double dummy now. What are we going to do? Well, Declarer puts the jack on it. We're not stupid. We're not putting our queen on that. And Declarer plays the ace, which they do with ace doubleton. They need to make sure that they've got the opportunity to benefit when clubs come in. And then what's West starts doing? They start rattling off the hearts. So we're going to just start playing the small cards away. We follow to the first 2 hearts, and then they play a 3rd heart. Your partner follows. and then they play a fourth heart and your partner follows. So now it looks like West's shape is 3-6, 2-2. I doubt they're going to be 5-4. Sorry, 4-5. They might have started with a double first. So it looks like they're 3-6, 2-2 with the ace of spades, the ace of clubs, another club, and all these solid hearts. What are we going to throw in this? Well, we can afford to throw a diamond. And then Declara plays another heart. Well, what are they doing? Well, what's going on? We need to be careful now, and this is one of these ones where you can easily switch it off. West might know North's got the remaining diamonds, and West will know North would only switch to a singleton club. So West also sort of is playing double dummy. You've got to be very careful here. If you discard a club, the clubs are coming in, and if you discard your 4 of spades, can you see what's going to happen? West at some point will play ace and another spade, and you'll be end played to play from your queen 8 of clubs into the king 9. So what you need to do at this point here is you're genuinely squeezed if West has ace and 10 of spades. You need to play your partner for the 10 of spades. So what you need to start doing is unblocking. Just in case Declara is trying to squeeze you. If they played another heart, they're definitely trying to squeeze you now. You've got to continue your plan. You've got to unblock again. Again, remember, if Declara's got ace and 10 of spades, you're genuinely squeezed out of everything. So you've got to hope that Declara's not got that. And on the ace of spades, again, trust in yourself. Can you see what's happening? Would Declara throw you in? If you, and it's one of these table read fields, if you can often feel when they're thinking of a throw, when they're thinking, and they sit there and they count the hand and they're doing that. If you think that's the case, which was the case at the table, you need to unblock the king of spades. And you can see your partner's got the 10 of spades, the one card you need them to have, and they've also got this winning diamond that they can cash, so there's no way Declara can now risk playing a spade. They've seen you throw king, queen, and jack of spades away. They're just now going to settle for their 9 tricks, so Declara just played a club to the king and conceded. It still wasn't a good board for you. They've stopped in 3 hearts, where a lot of people have overbid to 4 because West hand was so strong. If you look at the full hand there, West had a pretty strong hand. They had 8 tricks in their own hand. They didn't need much from partner. So any sort of squeak and they were going to move. So I don't know what the auctions were at other table, but you just can't switch off at match points. You just can't switch off. So that was an interesting play problem.
So we're done. We're finished with 56%. It felt better. We were steadier, but we also were bossing auctions a bit more. Like I showed you those 2 earlier. I'll show you the 2 we finished with as well. And again, I'm just going to show you my hand this time and then show you the full hand and see just how putting a bit of extra pressure on gets you good boards, puts the opponents in pressure. So board 1, this is your hand. You're unfavourable, which might be questionable, and it goes pass to you. Well, I'm like, well, normally I would pass, but in third I'm just opened a weak 2 diamonds on king jack to 5, vulnerable. And my partner is not going to play me for this. This is not our agreement. This is not our agreement. But like, sometimes you want to get in the zone. And the last 10 boards or so, we were putting people under pressure. So I opened 2 diamonds. This goes double. I'm like, oh, okay. This goes 3 clubs from partner. I'm like, oh, he might have forgotten to open 3 clubs himself. This goes double on my right. I'm like, well, okay, we're in trouble now. Pass, and then partner backs in with 3 diamonds. I'm like, at least he's got diamond support. And then this goes 3 spades PPP. And we beat it by 2. I'll show you the full hand. 3 clubs doubled was making, I think. I might have the double dummy wrong. They might be able to beat it. But I think they've only got 4 sort of top tricks against it. And getting 3 spades 2 off was a good board. And then the last board, it goes 1 club on my right. And I have this hand. And I'm favourable this time. So it's gone 1 club, which is at least 2. And you hold singleton, king jack 10 to 6, ace to 4, too low. And 6-4 hands are ones you want to be bidding. You want to be bidding, and my heart suit's so good that I've got a 2 heart bid, but favourable, I just bid 3. No one's bid spades yet. You want to cut out spades if you can, make it very difficult for them to do it. And it might be that if you bid 3 hearts, the hand on your left, who is the hand that's likely to have spades here if partner's not got them, will struggle to introduce them. Might not be able to do a negative double, might not be able to bid 3 spades when they've got 5. So I jumped to 3 hearts, and obviously if you bid to 2 hearts, they might be able to find the spade fit, but I bid to 3, this goes past 3, and I'm like, alright then. So I even led a diamond to partner's king, and now it just goes all over. I'll show you the full hand. I led a diamond at trick 1 to partner's king. Partner was oh, that held, okay. Played a heart through, and well, it's just going all over. They played ace queen of spades, partner ducked. Partner's got the king of clubs and the king of spades, and another heart to play through the queen when we eventually get in. So this just goes 2 off again for 200. So that's 2 boards where I've just bid 1 more than I should do to get...
Made a great lead against 3-9 trumps as well.
Yeah, thank you. Bid more than I should do just to kind of put them under pressure and take away space. Now, obviously, there are times where you'll get caught. Fine. If you're not going for 500 enough, you know, you're not bidding enough. And if you're not doubling for minus 470 or 570, you're not doubling enough. So pairs is a bidder's game. I had my bidding boots on today, and we got our best set of the 4 sets of the Life Master pairs. So we had a nice finish, but it's a shame that we had that one bad set in set 3 to put in the middle there.